Now from Hersh's parents, Jon Polin, his father, is joining us right now. And Jon, I know it must be very hard to summarize, but tell us what you were thinking and feeling as you saw that video for the first time.
Sure. Good morning, George. Total mix of emotions. First and foremost, just huge sense of relief and gratitude to both see him and hear him. Something about that multisensory was really overwhelming. He's alive. Assuming this video is current, which we believe it is, he's alive. The flip side of that is we as parents know our son better than anybody, and we see a level of distress. We see some things that concern us about his health, not only obviously his arm that we knew was blown off. And so for us, we've already been fighting for 202 days at this point for his release and the release of all the hostages. It's fueled us even more. We need everybody involved in these negotiations to lean in, get this done, get these people home.
What else did you see that gave you signals about his health?
Hersh is really thin. He's always been really thin. He's one of those kids who has tried to gain weight and struggled. I know a lot of people in the world wish they had that problem. And he looked kind of puffy in the video. There was like a swelling that concerned us around his face, his neck, his shoulders. We don't know. We don't know if that's true, what it might be from, but it causes us a little bit of a concern. We've talked to a few doctors who have said that it could perhaps be a form of edema, could be a form of low-protein diet. But you know, there are some things that we see that cause concern, and like I said, further fuel us to get Hersh and the 132 other Hershes, each of whom has families fighting for them. We got to get them home.
Rachel Goldberg, Hersh's mom, is joining us as well. Rachel, we just heard Jon talk about his reaction to the video. What was yours?
I mean, it was extremely emotional, lots of tears. To be honest, I wasn't even listening to the content. I was just hearing my only son's voice and seeing him move and trying to look into his eyes. And anyone, any parent, and anyone who has parents can imagine after 201 days, more than half a year of doubt and fear and angst and trauma, to have that, it was very bittersweet. And it was truly overwhelming.
I can imagine. Had you had any assurance before you saw the video that he was indeed alive?
Well, we had been told by our intelligence officer, who's been with us since the beginning, that the families where it is known that their loved one is tragically not alive have been contacted, and also the families where there's a high suspicion that their loved one is not alive has been contacted. And so she is always saying to us every day that we have no news is good news. So the working assumption was, please, hopefully, you know, let's be optimistic that he's alive. But this obviously was much different than sort of a working assumption.
Jon, what else can you tell us about your contacts with the American and the Israeli government?
So we continue to say that the American government, the Biden administration, Congress, people from both sides of the aisle have been incredibly supportive of us and of all of the Americans who are held. There are currently 8 Americans still being held. We get updates from the administration. Their doors are open to us. Every few weeks, we're either there in meetings in person or on Zoom. So the support has been really, really remarkable. The Israelis are deeper into things, obviously. Our updates tend to be a little bit more tactical. I don't need to say that it is such a complex situation, but it feels like so many people in the region on all sides are just tired of the trauma that we've all been under since the 7th of October. And hopefully at this point, we can get all of the parties to really just go in a room, lock themselves in there, and not come out until we have a deal to release our 133 hostages and to reduce the pressure all over the region.
We all share that hope. Finally, Rachel, what is your message to Hersh and all of our viewers?
Well, to Hersh, every single day, many times a day, I'm always saying to him, we love you, stay strong, survive. We love you, stay strong, survive. And I definitely, more than ever after seeing him and seeing that he is clearly medically compromised, medically fragile, that is my continued plea to him, to his soul, to hear me. And to people who are watching this, to remember that there are 133 Hershes. Every single person there has a family, has a life, has dreams, has aspirations. And when we think of them as one number or one monolithic group, we do them a disservice. These are people from 25 different nations. There are Christians, Jews, Muslims, Hindus, Buddhists, and it's an age range. The youngest is now a year and a half old, which is tragic that Kfir Bibas has spent so much of his childhood in captivity, and the oldest is an 86-year-old grandfather. We must remember these people. They are human beings, and we must get them out, no matter what it takes, no matter who you are. This could be your son. This could be your grandfather. This could be your daughter, your sister, your spouse, and it's time.
Those are very powerful words. We love you, stay strong, and survive. Thank you for joining us this morning.